one of the most beautiful session. And as you all know, from the very last session, we had received a lot of wisdoms and we have gained a lot of profound and very thoughtful, thought-provoking wisdoms from Keki. And maybe you would all be excited for the next slot ahead. So before moving on, let me begin with a very beautiful and a simple question to you guys. And I'm really expecting responses from each of you in the chat box. Okay. So my first question to you guys is, how many of you would love to be a kid once again, or maybe to play with kids, to enhance that childish state or whatever? How many of you would love to spend some time with kids? Is there anyone over here? If yes, please do let me in the chat box. Oh, Nafisa, thank you. Akiba. Oh my god, we have a lot of members. Okay, fine. My next question to you is, how many of you would love to be with kids and to awaken that child? How many of you would love to play with kid and to be in that state of kid is different. So how many of you would love to awaken that state of kid in you? Again, we have a lot of members for this too. So if yes, if you are ready for this particular thing, let me tell you, this very session that we are going to begin is going to be one of the most beautiful thing to go ahead with, because we are going to reflect on inner child from the lens of consciousness. So obviously we have our most beloved guest, Anshul Jhambani over here, to lead on the topic Preparing Consciousness, a guide to use body work to enhance mindful practices and meditative practices. Okay. So she has been a very clear, king affirmative mental health practitioner, a trained clinical hypnotherapist, a life skills and personal safety facilitator, a Reiki master. She's an artist, she's a dancer, a theater artist, and a lot many and whatnot. It's been a very privilege for us that she have been involved in a lot of healing practices to empower people, to enrich people, to awaken a lot of things within people, and guides clients through out of emotional, physical, spiritual relationship issues very successfully. So I think honor and privilege for us, all of us, to have Anshul over here, and I think she's literally ready to go ahead with. So if you are excited and ready to go ahead with the session, please do let me know in the chat box, and let's welcome Anshul to take over the session to empower us and empower the kid within us to take us to little heights. Oh yes, you're all ready for it. Thank you very much for the quick response, you guys. So, without any further delays, let me welcome Anshul Jhambani to lead the session and empower all of us, also the kid within us. Hi, Anshul.
Thank you so much, Shireen. It was such a nice introduction and such beautiful energy and support throughout while we were coordinating for the session. Thank you so much. Um, it was a perfect intro and the perfect question to start my session. Yeah. So we have all seen kids. And you see, like if say I have this box of headphones, yeah, and if I give this to a kid, say a 9 months old, 10 months old, because it's safe, yeah. It's not, it cannot, like the kid cannot choke on it, so I'm doing the right thing. But they will just play with it. They will be fully engrossed. They will touch it from here, touch it from there, or everything they'll do. And that is mindfulness, to engage fully. They'll try to chew it, they'll feel it on their skin, they'll feel it on their face, yeah. They'll throw it and they'll fully engage with that. The sound of throwing it, how it falls, all of that. You know why kids can be mindful? Because they are not worried. They don't have to be somewhere else. Yeah. They don't have a task list. And also, they don't have to achieve anything with this. They can just be curious and fully play around. Yeah. And while we practice mindfulness and meditation, that is actually the goal. All the other big goals of peace, stillness, harmony, all of that. It is a byproduct of being in that moment fully. Yeah. That harmony comes with, and that stillness comes with that playfulness comes with that, the peace comes with that. Yeah. So now, yeah, exactly. No inhibitions whatsoever. And but at the same time, it is because we are grown up people. Yeah. And I have, like, my you heard my intro. The work is like earlier I started as a spiritual therapist practitioner. Yeah. And then it added on to, okay, mental health. Then it added the social aspect to it, because we are social beings also. Yeah. I can't just say that, okay, just energy. Because no, I'm not just energy. I have this flesh and blood also. And I have academics also. I have social rules also. I have cultural rules also. I have family rules also. So if I say, not do anything, how will I survive? Yeah. So we have to strike upon, and it may seem like I am countering Ketki, but I'm not. I will connect to her points. I've made a note of that. Yeah. She had a brilliant, brilliant session, and I was just making notes. Hey, I can connect here, I can connect here, so that everybody feels that both the sessions are aligned. Yeah. But at the same time, now that we are adults, if we become, because this comment came, no inhibitions whatsoever, if I start behaving in a social setup as if I have no inhibitions whatsoever, will the result of that, the consequence of that, be okay? It'll not be okay. I cannot, like, be completely uninhibitioned and do anything that I feel like. Yeah. So that is the limitation of growing up. That is the limitation of this intelligence, and that inhibits the child. But we have to find a balance where, with these rules, the child is alive. So we have to find a life where we play with the rules, basically. Yeah. And that is the game of consciousness. So, if what happens to the consciousness? When we are born, we don't know how to talk, we don't know how to walk, we can't bring our own food, we can't Swiggy, we can't order food, nothing. Yeah. But still, we trust. We just trust that I'll just cry and howl, and this lady who's my mother, yeah, or who's my caretaker, or if my father is my primary caretaker, they'll just come and they'll feed me. Yeah. And feed me is one thing. What if, like, I had to, as a baby, I have to be cleaned up? Yeah. Now, I just have to cry one language, and the adult around me cares so much. There is this faith that babies have, that grown-ups around me, they care so much that they'll come, they'll look at me, they'll figure out what is wrong with this baby. What does this baby need? Because baby doesn't have words, but baby has 100% trust. Then what happens? We grow up, we get language also, we get mobility also, we get resources also. What happened to our trust? Why do we trust less? We can clearly say what we want. I need water, I need food, I need this, I need that. What happens to our trust then? Yeah. And so, when we are born as a child, why we are able to be fearless and in the moment is because we are born with full energy. And then trauma happens. And generally, when we talk about trauma, we think that, oh, something big, big tragedy has happened, something really bad has happened. Yeah. But let me tell you a story of an actual case that we were taught about. So there is a person in their late 30s, and they came into the therapy space, and they were struggling with weight. Yeah. And they had joined the annual membership of the gym, posting on Instagram, hashtag healthy, hashtag all of that diet and all of that. So that there's a social pressure also. Everybody's looking at what I'm eating. Yeah. And the third thing that they did was paid the dietitian also for like a long time so that they are committed because there's a price that I've paid. Now I'll have discipline. Yeah. But at the same time, this person was like, whenever I see food, no, anything edible, just eat. Can't control only. Yeah. And so what we did was we went back into the childhood where was this relationship established with food that you have to eat. Now imagine if somebody says that when I see food, I have to eat, that just gives a chance into, oh, they may be like when they were hungry, they did not get food. Yeah. And so generally the therapist asks that, okay, what was your family background as a child? And this person says that, oh, we were very well off. Everything that I wanted, I was given as and when I wanted. And now the therapist is in a pickle. What happened then? Yeah. And so we regressed and we found out what happened, what happened. So I practice hypnotherapy and we do something called age regression, where we explore our mind into our memories and we go to a moment where we find out, okay, what happened? Yeah. And so what we found out was when this person was 2 months old. Now the mother also cares a lot. So there is trauma that has happened to a person whose parents are amazing. They care for the child a lot. They give the child everything that the child wants. And how is that possible? Because generally something bad has to happen. No, some neglect. If not abuse or violence, at least neglect. Yeah, that's the minimum requirement of trauma in our heads with the concept of trauma. But what happened was the mother has gone for a shower because the baby is sleeping. Now, naturally, for all those who have children, when the tiny babies are sleeping, that's golden time to go for a shower because there is otherwise there's no time. Yeah? And the mother had gone for a shower, and the baby woke up of hunger. And babies feel this light stomach ache when they are hungry, so they woke up. And this child cried and cried and cried. And the mother was in the shower, so could not hear the child. Yeah. And now what happened? The consciousness broke because this 2 months old baby with a 2 months old understanding of the world thought that, oh my God, I can die of starvation today. I don't know where my mother is. I can't trust anybody. Yeah. And that is when the consciousness broke. And a part of the consciousness remained frozen in time at the 2 months old age. And because the fear was too much. So if the baby is born with 100% energy, say 10% stayed there. Because it was a big life event. You have to remember, yeah, that food is not promised when you're hungry. The 2 months old doesn't know, no, there's Swiggy and all, there's fridge. Yeah, can't go in. So with that awareness, the 2 months old decides, I should not feel this fear again. To be safe, let me always remember whenever I see food, I eat because food is not promised. Now, if 10% energy goes there, imagine if shampoo goes into the eye, 5% goes there, nothing should touch my eye. Yeah. And if annual function, I have prepared, I am dancing as a kid, I'm a 5 year old, and the spotlight is on stage, the spotlight is not on the audience, and I can't find my mother. For those 10 minutes of dance, I assume my mother doesn't care. God forbid if I see a friend's parent, I'll be like, oh my God, my friend's parents love them and my parents don't love me. Nobody loves me. 15% goes there. And imagine if this is trauma. So, trauma is anything that at that time, with that mindset and that particular age, you don't have the resources to deal with. It can happen to anybody, privileged unprivileged alike, we are all susceptible to trauma because it happens from the childlike understanding. And every child is dependent on grown-ups for their caregiving. Yeah. So whenever, and it's inevitable that grown-ups have their lives, no? So when they in those little moments when they are not able to be there, despite of the parents trying super hard to be there for their kids, still trauma can happen. So you can be a perfect, very good parent, but still trauma can happen to your child. Yeah. So now imagine if these pockets of traumas have happened and our consciousness, fragments of our consciousness are living there. Now, how much consciousness does the adult have? What do you think? That's the first number. When I heard of this concept the first time, I was like, I was 26 and I thought, oh my God, the 26-year-old me is only left with 5% energy. That also I was not very sure of. I was like, if it, I think things have been good, it feels like, so maybe five. So maybe you can put on chat box how much do you think the adult you has is left with? How much energy? Quite little. Yeah. And that's also okay. 15% is so good. You've done a good job. 50%. I think the coaches and most people here are also taking coaching, so that's also very good. You're in good hands if you guys have 50%. That means half of the healing work has been done. Yeah. So unlike me, I was five. We all have the child in us. Yeah. We all have the child in us. We have that 2 months old with the 10% energy. So now what happens? Imagine this person who came into therapy or into coaching. Oh, zero, zero. Okay. That's also okay. That means there are a lot of inner children inside this body. Yeah. 1%. This is my team. The 1%, the 0.001% is my team, my people. And we'll learn and we'll catch up with the 50% and 15%. Yeah. So what happens in this? I think we'll just go on. You can catch up from here instead of repeating the question. So what happens here is if we take the same example, now the person who came into therapy, into the process of coaching, had 5%, 10% energy. Yeah. And the 10% adult decided, I will diet. I will eat healthy. Yeah. And I will go to the gym every day. Yes. And I will eat only salad. Now what happens? 5% is running around with all this intelligence in the head. What I have to eat, what is healthy, all of that. Yeah. And when like there's a cake or there is like say chocolates in the office, maybe kept on a center table for everybody on the house. Yeah. It's for the house, for the table. It's just kept. You don't have to eat it. It's there. But this person, the 10% comes, yeah, gets on the driver's seat, goes to the candy bowl, eats. Because, and tells the person in the 30s that, hey, you don't know. You can die if you don't eat this. You can die of hunger. You have not felt the pain. So shut up. Yeah. And then gobbles. And the moment the candy is over, the 10% will relax and go in the passenger seat. The 30-year-old will come again into the driver's seat and will be like, why did I do that? Yeah. So this is the vicious cycle. And what happens again? If I the 10%, the 5% energy of the adult decides I'll eat salads. Which child has celebrated salad? Salad is like a punishment. When you came first, did mama say, we'll celebrate with salad? When it was your birthday, did mama say, oh, I'll make a special salad? No. Which child celebrates salad? Salad is like a punishment. So the child who was punished with salad, that you have to eat, you have to finish your greens, will come up the moment salad is there. See, I'll not eat it. And then the waiter goes by to the next table. Somebody has ordered chocolate brownie. Oh my God. Because everything was celebrated with chocolate. So again, that child who hates salad comes to the driver's seat, orders a chocolate brownie. The moment the chocolate brownie is finished, the adult comes back and says, why did I do that? Yeah. Now, same happens to us in context of meditation and mindfulness also. The adult knows that I don't have to think anything. I have to be in the moment. But the inner child is worried about so many things. Yeah. And the inner child has so many thoughts that we have suppressed, that we don't want to hear. Yeah. But they all come up dancing the moment we sit. They'll come up in the body. The back will start aching. Yeah. You'll feel like lying down. You'll feel sleepy. Yeah. Everything will come up in the body. All of these children. And the 5% adult will struggle. No, I have to focus on my breath. Of course, the children will win. This sounds such a rejoicing thing, no? The children will win. But it's not so beneficial. Yeah. So, what happens to the body? Coming to the body so that we can understand the context and we can then do a practice together. Style. Somebody else has also told me that. She's so peaceful. Thank you so much. Okay. So, everybody knows here that the physical body has different layers around it. Yeah. If we go by the yoga terminology, there is a pranic body around it. If we go by the terminology of the mind, there is a vitality body, energy body around it. Okay. Around the energy body, there is a causal body. Okay. So the causal body is our thoughts. And what would be the boundary of the causal body? Our beliefs. Yeah. And how are beliefs formed? If I'm going with my mother and I'm 3 and I haven't seen a dog in life yet, yeah, maybe I was born in the pandemic, gone out only when I was 3 for the first time, yeah, and so going, my mother sees a dog, I see a dog, I don't know what this is, yeah, and my mother picks me up, holds me tight, moves away from the dog. Now, what do I take in from that experience? Dogs are dangerous. Then I go and I see when I grow up, I'm playing outside and I see a dog chasing somebody. The beliefs get stronger. Dogs, dangerous. Yeah. And there is something called a confirmation bias that dogs chase every day. Yeah. But the person who's afraid of dogs will see that often, will notice it. But parallel to a child who is born with a dog in the house. Yeah. And there's also a baby with us in the session, getting stronger from the get set go. Awesome. So there is a child and there's a dog in the house already. So that child will be like, dogs are cute. Dog is my friend. Dogs are safe. Now these two kids grow up and become friends. And one person has a pet and the other person doesn't come to their house only. And this person keeps saying, no, no, you just sit with my dog, doesn't bite, very cute. Yeah, just give it a chance. Okay. My headphones fell off because of all the excitement. Sorry. So this person will say that, no, 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 please, my dog is really cute. Give it a chance. Pet my dog. Yeah. And this other person is like, no, I'm getting nowhere near this dog. Yeah. So that is the boundary of belief systems. So for the person who's scared, for whom the belief is dogs are dangerous, the thought that dogs are cute, let me pet, will not even come into the causal body. Yeah. Because what is blocking? The barrier of belief is blocking that thought. Yeah. And so only dogs are dangerous. Oh, you know, that dog bit me would be a believable story for that person. Yeah, of course. What else will a dog do? Will be the response. Yeah. So only those thoughts come into our system. Then below the inside, actually, not below, inside the causal body is the energy body. The moment a thought comes in, the energy body is like a fluid medium. In that, our physical body exists. Yeah. So the moment a tension bhara thought comes into the causal body and then it gets into the energy body, a disturbance is created. Yeah. And the more we give our energy, the more that thought stays into our energy body, the disturbance is felt. It becomes a feeling. Because it's like if there is a sponge, I dip it in black ink, slowly the sponge will start taking the black color, no? Likewise, our body is existing in that energy medium. So the body will start absorbing the disturbance. So now, if I have a deadline, let's take this example of I was very busy with certain productions and I had this talk and I was so excited, like with my conversations with Sharon and I was like, oh no, I have to like give my best in this because I was looking at all the profiles that were posting the pictures and I was like, such brilliant content, such a nice community. And so I was like, I have to prepare for it. And morning, I have a meditation routine, and I sat and and that's when I was like, no, 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 let me just prepare for it. Yeah, and so I couldn't sit because the nervousness of no, I should not forget something. People should have a holistic experience. They should leave with tools and techniques. They should feel resourceful. Yeah, that thought was constantly creating that nervousness in my body. So I was not able to sit and meditate. Yeah. And generally, when this disturbance happens, what do? We do the fun things. What are the fun things? As a child, cake, candy, cola, sleeping. So you've seen those things. You must have experienced that when we are like I used to hate calculus, yeah, in 12th standard. And so whenever I used to just open it before exams, I would suddenly feel like I haven't eaten anything, no? Let me just go and eat something. Yeah. Or I would feel like, oh no, no, I've studied too a lot. Let me take a nap. Only when I opened calculus because there was so much disturbance in my body that my body wanted to do something good so that this disturbance goes away. Yeah. So this can be a barrier in meditation and mindfulness because mindful walking, let's take for example, walk on the grass, feel the grass, and there is this deadline in your head. Let me see you feel, if you can feel the grass and be with the grass for 10 minutes, 5 minutes also, because there is so much tension in the body that I can, yes, feel it on my feet, but I can't stay with that feeling. I can't stay in the moment. Yes. And when we make all of these disturbances go away by eating, by sleeping, by indulging, binge watching, yeah, shows that like keep us engulfed in them. What happens is the disturbance doesn't go away. The disturbance simply settles in our body. Yeah. So that heaviness, And that heaviness becomes like physical ailments. That heaviness and that subtle disturbance will become pain. So mindfulness and meditation, particularly mindful meditation, using the body can be the best tool to actually shake off all that is deposited like a stubborn habit into the body. Okay. So we're gonna just do it like a simple game. And I got a brilliant idea from Kethi, so also gonna. I hope I have time. So I'm also gonna keep that as another activity. But this one, it's gonna be fun. So this finger we use very often. Yeah, right hand for the righties, left hand for the lefties. This is like index finger is like very active. So nothing is deposited here because we keep on moving it. So I want you to just use this finger, not the hand, just the finger tip, as if with the fingertip you're writing the alphabet, the whole alphabet, A to Z. First, C, D, E, F, capital, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X. Oh, this was also tiring for me. Okay, so maybe there's a lot on my mind today. Now, let's not go to the middle finger because this is being recorded. Let's go to the ring finger. We don't use it often. Let's try and write, hold all the other fingers with the tip of with the tip of the ring finger. A, oh my God. B, C, D. How's it going? Yeah. You can take your time. I'll wait for you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, a lot of effort. But would you actually think about something else while doing it? No. Yeah, because everything was here. All my attention. Now, let's start with this. This is the toughest nut to crack. Okay, let's start with this. Painful, yeah. So make tiny alphabets. If it's hurting, don't hurt yourself. Nothing is worth hurting yourself. Difficult. Yeah. And now let's try engaging more of our body. Yeah. Let's go to the left hand or for the non-dominant hand. Not the index finger. Index finger is, you can try it later, index finger. Yeah, let's try with the ring finger. Oh, the left hand. Oh, I'm also nervous. Okay. Now focus your eyes on the tip while you're making the alphabet. Yeah. Don't look at the screen. You all look pretty. Shreya, you're moving your hand. No hand movement. Finger only. Who's like, I'm at G. This woman is going past full speed. What's happening here? Most of you, did you finish or you gave up? What happened? I took a lot of time. Amazing. This is so cool. Yeah. And now, also some, yeah, it is different. No, life is different for all of us. So the subjectivity of life. And so you can go deeper into this. Do it with the, say, with the leg. You can move just from the knee, yeah, and you can go into the toes. Just challenge, yeah. Do it with the hip, like a alphabet, yeah. So anything that's deposited in the body, that is like putting you in that same pattern, yeah, will your body will become freer of that. So this is active meditation. It is like a combo of mindful meditation that will actually, like even if you do this, it will just break patterns that you don't even know. Yeah. And it will bring you back to the body. All your attention will be right here on this fingertip and nowhere else because it can't be. And soon you'll get amazing at it. So you'll have to find something new to challenge because that is the capability of human mind. Like you'll get amazing with this left hand little finger also one day. Yeah. If we are at something, we just become brilliant at it. Yeah. So this is one way where our body can help us instead of being the distractor. That is like, for me, my morning tea is my ritual. Yeah, I can't live without it. And I always feel like, no, if I'm in bed only, no, and I get up and I do my meditation first thing, because if you go into the kitchen, then you go into the kitchen. Then the morning is gone. Yeah. But I'll just sit and my gut would be like, oh my God, let me just have my tea. My body will be like, if I have my tea, I'll be able to sit. All of that nonsense will go on with my body. So instead of it being a distractor, it can actually help also. It can aid the process of meditation and mindfulness. Yeah. Let's see what I have next. Okay. Yes. Oh, amazing. So, I think somebody shared towards the end of Katie's session that we all want to become icons. Yeah. I also want to be one. And we all will definitely become icons. Yeah. So what are the things that define an icon? What are the defining factors? Let us just write adjectives first. I'll also make a note of it here so that if inspiring, thank you. You two are inspiring. We all don't see our stories in like the right light, no? And with that novelty, like I am living with my story for more than 3 decades, boring story. Doesn't excite me. But if I hear your story, I'm sure each one of you is inspiring because I'll be like, what? Yeah. So that's the human mind. Expert. Okay. Self-belief. Yes. Simple and genuine. Oh God, this is the most complicated thing. Yeah. Authenticity. Okay. Being true. Yeah. Um, vulnerability. Yes. Change habits. So embracing change. Yeah. Embracing change, being agile like that, picking up good habits. Okay. Amazing. One of a kind. We all are one of a kind already. So, but we may think that, oh my God, I'm one of a kind for the person. We add that label. but we all are one of a kind. Yeah. Mentorship abilities, leadership abilities. Yes. And why do you want to become an icon? What will you gain from it? Let's go to the selfish space. So that vulnerability, authenticity. Do we feel that we are feel good factor? Yes. The feeling that I make it so, yes. A feeling of contribution, helping others. Money? No, no money, just satisfaction, influence. Yes. So money is also one thing because see, if you even if you are a brilliant coach, yeah, but if you don't charge a price for that, the person who is will not be invested. You can be amazing, you can tell them amazing things to do, but if they are not invested, then they may not do it, and no lives could be changed. Yeah, nothing will change, despite of you being a gem and you putting in so much effort and energy. Yeah, change the game, conquer the world. Yes, everything should have a price. Financial stability, yes. Imagine, like, how can you be authentic if you are not financially stable and you're a coach? Will your clients believe in you? That is all of these things that we have a shadow on are so important. Yeah. And it's not just about the money, but it's also about the money. Success in your own terms. So, success, what is success? I remember. So I am a like my like how I told you I integrated culture and social systems into my process of coaching and therapy. So I am a kink affirmative, queer affirmative, lot of things affirmative, feminist, informed coach, and now feminist, very nice, OHO, sexuality facilitator, all of these fancy titles. And the other day, I was sitting and writing my affirmations. Okay, I will earn this much every month. I will buy a car by the end of this year. Yeah. And when I was saying these things, I felt something weird in my stomach because in my family, I'm the first woman who is like not indulging say in the family business for just because I have free time, but having my own thing first. So as a kid, there is no model of mom working or any like sister prioritizing or any aunt prioritizing work and or even balancing things and that being honored. Yeah, I come from a very conventional family of the men do that, the women do this. So the little girl inside my stomach was so scared. Car, car to dad buys. No, how will you buy car? Yeah, that is the belief system. And I was like, oh my God, sexuality facilitator, gender equality. Dad will buy cars. What kind of thinking is that? Yeah. So it's not just what we think, it's not just what we've read, but our lived experiences. Yeah. So the things that we have written here, inspiring self belief, authenticity, money, financial stability, what are our beliefs around this? What will we have to do to become an expert? And what is exactly an expert? I remember when I was doing my certification, my mentor told me, never say, I want to be a good therapist. And I was like, why? I want to be a good therapist. And he was like, no, I don't know what your stupid definition of good is. What if you feel that only if I do impossible cases, I'll be good? Then you'll attract impossible cases and then you'll struggle and you'll never be good. So he taught me to question these little things that we keep saying. I remember once being in a couple therapy session, and both my clients were yelling after a point at each other. You said we'll have a free marriage. And other person also said, yes, I also wanted a marriage where freedom is not compromised. And I was like, both of you want free marriage. No, what's the problem? The definition of free was different for both of them. And for like some over a decade, they kept saying, oh, you also want a free marriage? I also want a free marriage. Let's get married. Within 1 year of marriage, they were yelling at each other because they never discussed what does free mean. Yeah. What does free mean? What is the concept of free? So when we have all of these goals, we can write the affirmations also, but most affirmations make us feel scary rather than making us feel good. Like I tried the writing the check thing, write yourself a check. I wrote a check of like a big fat sum. Whenever I saw that check, I was only stressed. I was like, oh, where is the money going to come from? More stressed than feeling good. Every time I held that in the morning, my nervous system would go, wow, what is happening? Where will this money come from? Yeah, yeah. I want I want 10 clients, 10 new clients before the end of this week. I will have 10 clients. 10 clients have showed up, present continuous. But what is my body screaming? Where are they? What are their names? Yeah. So my whole biology is not believing my affirmation. Yeah. And for that, what we do is whatever is deep seated. Say, for example, let's say my belief of um, dad can only buy car because car is like a big expense. Okay. That's my belief. And I want to buy car. So what will I do? I'll tell you a small tapping. I think most of the people would have heard of tapping. Yeah. So there is a smaller process to tapping. We tap on our body and we clear all these deep-seated beliefs by simply using the affirmation. In my case, the affirmation would be even though I believe I can't buy a car, only dad buys big things like a house or a car, I still choose to love and accept myself. That would be my affirmation. So rather than all the positive affirmations, let's go to the nasty, conservative beliefs that are holding us back. Let's write all that down. If I focus on my career, my relationships will suffer. How many of you believe in that? Women, men also. Yeah, yeah. Because that is told to us so many times. Yeah. I get 10 clients. Yeah, I get 10 clients. But the nervous system will ask from where, what, how, what are you doing? Yeah. Because we are clearly not doing something. We are holding ourselves back. And that is why we are just going to the affirmation. Where is the verb? How will your body believe that 10 clients will come? Have you posted something on Instagram that I'm open for taking sessions? Yeah. Have you gone live and said, okay, I do this, I'll give you this result. Come. Then 10 clients will come. But if you're just sitting, then how will your body believe in the affirmation? And even if, say, right now, and that is also a privilege, yeah, to be able to go out there and post and put it out there. So, considering the lived experience of, I don't have that option also. What will I say? Even though I believe We tap on the body here and we say, even though I believe I will not get 10 clients, where will they come from? But I still want 10 clients. So I choose to love and accept that part of me that believes that I will not get 10 clients. Because we are shaking the disbelief out of our systems so that if we have not taken an action also, let's take an action. Something will come. I'm clearing my energy of the limitations. Yeah. So let's do a group process. Write all the limiting things that come to your mind here. You want to be an icon? What is it that you don't, what is it that you believe is impossible for you that an icon needs? We know we have a list of qualities. And these experiences are beautiful because somebody will write something else. And more often than not, we don't even know that what is holding us back. Yeah. But somebody else will give you the answer of that. And that's the power of group sessions. There is so much commonality in our lives. Relationship block. Yeah. So the question is, what do you think that an icon needs that you are sure that you don't have? This too I don't have only. It's impossible for me to become an icon. I believe I lack this. Relationship blocks, understanding our body and mind responses to the outside. Is this the answer? I don't have enough to put myself out there. Okay, this is good. Enough. Now this enough. I don't have enough to put myself out there can be certification. Yeah, can be clients. I don't have enough clients only. I don't have any evidence of proof that I can change lives. Yeah, so I don't have enough discipline. Okay, I don't have the discipline that it takes to become an icon. Yeah, I'm scared of criticism. Okay, fear of trying something new. I believe that I can't try something new. Fear of trying something new is like, why are you afraid? Because you'll fail or you'll not be good at it. So then the belief is, even though I believe that I'll not be good at new things, yeah, or even though I believe um, that I'll be bad at the things that I don't know, even though I have a fear of failing, even though I believe that I'll fail if I try new things. Yeah. Imposter syndrome is, I think you've started becoming an icon if you feel that you have imposter syndrome, because this is just the child in you. Yeah. Because it's not even fear of rejection, fear of being mocked. That's, yeah. When I read of fears, no, we all want to, like the icons we said, no, is unique, one of a kind. So obviously, if an icon is so unique, one of a kind, it will trigger people, yeah, who are not like you. And when people are triggered to make themselves comfortable, they may mock, they may reject, yeah. So much of it is coming from outside, and so much of it are the voices of children inside us who have been mocked. when they showed up authentically, yeah, who have been rejected when they said their spoke their truth. Yeah, and it doesn't have to be a big thing. Simply, like your mother will say, "Hey, did you don't eat chocolates? It's a rule." Yeah, you're a kid, you want to eat chocolate, and the mother will ask, "Did you eat chocolate?" You'll say yes the first time because you're like, "I'll be true. If I've eaten, I've eaten. What's the big deal?" And the mother slaps you right across your face. Now what happens? The kid has learned. Even if you have eaten, shut up. She asks, "Have you eaten?" You say no. So that is how, out of fear of rejection and out of fear of this being hit, being rejected, being pushed away, being not loved, we start telling lies, such harmless lies. But at the same time, that 3-year-old, 4-year-old is the age where we start becoming something that we are not. Yeah. And as we grow, then we just become something completely else. And so if you wanted to do theater as a kid, then somebody doing theater will make you so excited that you would also want to do that. You would also want to join them. Somebody, if you wanted to dance as a kid, then if you see a dancer or you see an opportunity of a dance class, you'll get so excited and you'll go to the dance class also, but you'll feel like an imposter. But that's not an imposter. That's the truth living out of you, that desire. Yeah, you'll feel that imposter feeling is all this covering up that we have done with the lies to keep ourselves safe and loved. Yeah. So just bear with this feeling of being an imposter for some time. You'll get enough evidence to trust your truth if you don't give up on yourself. Yeah. Yeah. Fear of trying something new. Absolutely. And generally also, fear of something new is there biologically in our bodies. Anything that we understand is safe. Anything that we don't understand is not safe. Yeah. Like because human nervous system operates on the basis of survival. Yeah. So if like what happened earlier in primitive times, like if somebody pluck a fruit and they ate it and it was good and they did not die, humans learned that, oh, this fruit is safe. Imagine somebody ate some berry and died. So this was the process of evolution. People died of trying fruits. And that is why human beings have an inherent fear of new things because their evolutionary history says, oh God, you can die. Not even you'll be bad at it or all that logical statements. It's simply like you'll die. So that is the fear that our nervous system feels when we go and try newer things. So be very kind to yourself. Introduce like one new thing a year or one new thing in 6 months. If you feel that your nervous system is very compassionately held and you're very comfortable in your body, there are not many challenges in your routine, then you can try one new thing every month because that kind of shock your nervous system can deal. But if you're already in a havoc, you're already stressed, you're already feeling chronic stress, pressure, stress, all of these things, then trying something new, even if YOLO and all that hashtag very trending, but not safe for your nervous system because your system can't take that shock. It's already like doing overtime, yeah, in compensating and pacifying and keeping your body alive with all this stress. Okay, comfort zone. One is my favorite. I'm a very like sucker for comfort zone. Most of the time I stay there because I like would like to make tell my body that, oh, you're safe. Yeah, I'm not challenging you. I'm not taking you out there in the world. Be comfortable, chill. Yeah. Hmm. Vagus nerve strengthening. Yes, it does help. Yeah. polyvagal theory, for those who would like to explore, is a very nice theory and a lot of exercises are there to generally bring into your routine um, and bring into your routine and strengthen your nervous system. Okay, so there is a list of things. Okay, and we are gonna tap. And let me just check if I have that infographic on my screen. Okay, I have it. Great. So, Sheryl, I can share screen.
Yes, you can. You're already the
Okay.
co-host.
Okay. Thank you so much. Um, so these are the tapping points for EFT. EFT is called Emotional Freedom Technique. Yeah. And these are the tapping points for EFT. I can share the file with you. It's anyway very easily available also. So the energy body that we were talking about has energy meridians running through the body. In that fluid medium, the physical body exists. These tapping points are taken from Chinese acupressure medicine, and these tapping points are the junctions of those meridians. So when we tap on these particular points, we are basically tapping on the whole energy system. Okay, so let me just increase this. Okay, so that I can see as many of you as possible. Okay, so this is the karate chop point. We start by tapping here. Yeah, you can use 2 fingers, you can use 3 fingers. You somehow hit the right point. All of us practitioners are also like that. We are shooting in the dark. We are not experts. Yeah. Okay. Then comes the edge of the eyebrow. Edge of the eyebrow and tapping. How is it like? Have you seen a blocked pipe? Have you ever experienced a pipe blockage at your home? What happens when a pipe is blocked? We tap. And we don't like gently do this to the pipe. We do this to the pipe so that whatever is blocked in the pipe dissipates. Yeah. But don't hurt yourself. But tap so that you feel something shaking. Yeah. Don't tap very gently and softly. No. Our body can take this. But if it hurts, please don't hurt yourself. Yeah. You know the subjectivity of your pain, what is tolerable. Yeah. Then the eyebrow point have is there. Then side of the eye. So from side of the eye, I move slightly away to this part, the bony part. Yeah. Then below the eye. So right below the eyeball, I move slightly down the bony part here. You can tap on either side. You can tap on both sides. Yeah. Then comes the below the nose point, under the nose. And then under the lip, this dent between the chin and the lip. Then the collarbone points here. And then under the armpit, this is nobody feels comfortable. We all feel like monkeys doing this point. So, but we are calling the inner child, invoking the inner child. So, under the armpit, the flesh, skip the fleshy part, you'll find the bone where the ribcage starts. Yeah. And the next point is top of the head. Not front of the head, not back of the head, center, top of the head. Yeah. So I'm going to stop sharing, but I'm going to do it with you. So you can pin me and you can see me, and I'll also announce the points. Okay. I hope we have time, but I really wanted to give this thing out because it can be practiced. It'll take 5 minutes.
Yes, Jia, we do have time. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
We do have time till 10:30. Go ahead.
Oh, great. All right. Okay. So let's start tapping. And you can repeat after me, even though. I want to be an icon, inspiring, successful, believing in myself. And you'll feel like exhaling a lot because we are shaking, no? Something will leave our body. So breathe in through the nose. And when you feel that, oh, something is stuck, something wants to release, just exhale through the mouth. Some people burp, some people fart. That's also okay because any release is release. Yeah. You feel like coughing, let that happen also. Yeah. I want to be genuine, a genuine icon who's authentic, who's confident, who can easily be vulnerable in front of other people. I want to be an icon with leadership abilities. I want to be an icon with a lot of money so that I don't have to say no to my clients because of money. Yeah? So that money is not limiting me, so that I can have as many upskilling trainings as I want to have. And I don't have to think about or worry about money. I want to be an icon. I want to embrace good habits, healthy habits quickly. I want to be my healthiest self. What is happening in the body? The body's like, what are you saying? I don't believe that. Yeah. All of this is not possible. Go home. Yeah. Okay. Take a deep breath in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth, tapping on the eyebrow point. Both hands also can be used. Even though I want to be an icon with all these abilities, tapping on the side of the eye. A part of me does not believe that I have these abilities. When I announce these abilities, a part of me yells, imposter. It yells, no, you don't have enough. You don't have enough certifications. You don't have enough knowledge. Do more free work, internship. Yeah. You can't take criticism. How can you be an icon when you are afraid of failing yourself? How will you inspire people? A part of me says, you are always stuck in your comfort zone. Icons don't live in their comfort zone. Tapping on the collarbone points, breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. Let go of all the disbelief. Even though it's it shakes up the body properly, doing it with both hands, yeah? More engagement. So, but nothing, you can do with one hand also, if that's fine. Even though there are so many parts of me that believe in 100 different things that will not let me be an icon. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Tapping below the armpit point. I still choose to love and accept these parts of Breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. Yes, yawn, because yawning is also releasing. Yeah. I choose to love and accept these parts of me deeply and completely. You all look so cute doing this together. Tapping on the eyebrow point again. These parts are just keeping me safe. They don't want to feel the fear of being vulnerable. So they are just keeping me safe from all that fear. Tapping on the side of the eye. I'm grateful for these parts of me. Tapping below the eye. But the adult in me wants to be an icon. Really, really wants to be an icon. So I want to tell these parts of me, tapping below the nose, that you can chill. Tapping below the lip. You don't have to remind me of this fear. You've kept me safe all these years. I think I'm ready to become an icon now. I can deal with these fears. When I was a kid, maybe I did not have the resources to deal with these fears. But I have them now. So you can rest. Maybe there were no grown ups you could trust or be truthful in front of. But you can trust me, my inner child, my sweet, sweet inner child. I choose to love and accept all these parts of me that don't believe that I have what it takes to be an icon. And I choose to heal and integrate them. Breathe in through the nose, deep belly breaths, and breathe out through the mouth. Repeat it if you feel that there's more energy that is dissipated that needs to be let out. Breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. And now just tell yourself, I want to be an icon. Is there more settlement in the body? Is the body is like, yeah, yeah, yes, maybe give it a try. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You guys were great sport. Thank you for doing all this fun things with me, and it was an amazing, amazing experience for me as well. Thank you, each one of you. So over to you, Shireen, for the Q&A if we have time. Thank you so much for being so liberal with the time. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Anshul. Thank you so much. That was literally a lovely session. It was super engaging and we all really loved it. So thank you so much for your valuable time over here. But before concluding the whole session, it's your time for you to come up with any questions, or if you have something to share up over here, you could actually come up and raise your hands. Okay. So I think we have two over here already. So shall I move on? Anshul, are you ready? All right. Malaka, if you have something to ask, go ahead. Malaka Javed Akhtar, you there?
Uh, Hello.
Oh, yes.
Did I raise my hand by mistake? Oh, okay, I did. Yeah, thanks for asking me. Um, okay, I should make up some question. Actually, I raised my hand by mistake. So, thank you very much for doing the tapping. I already knew this. I did my life coach certification in 2019, but haven't launched myself yet. So, I just want to get some encouragement, and it's a very lovely sessions because all of these life coaches are motivating me, and after doing this tapping, I was really laughing throughout because all of those things I feel inside me, like I cannot do this, I'm imposter syndrome and all of that. So it's kind of very encouraging, the tapping, and I feel like, hopefully, inshallah, after doing this for 7 days, most probably I'll put myself out there and launch myself as a life coach, that I'm hiding behind, just in my comfort zone and not coming out, not showing up myself, to be there. So I'm really happy to be a part of this program. You guys are doing an amazing job. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Malaka. Thank you so much. Even though you raised your hands by mistake, you are here to share up something. So that is literally beautiful. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. All right, Safia, over to you.
Hello, my name is Safia. So I just wanted to ask you one thing. Even I did EFT, so I don't implement it. Like at the beginning, maybe few weeks I do, and then I stop. And another thing, I do a lot of classes and everything, but I still feel I feel like I haven't done anything. People appreciate me, but I don't appreciate myself. I feel like then at the end I get exhausted. How I should get over that one?
Wow, um, it's like listening to my own story. When I started certifications and certifications and courses and courses and courses, and I was like, okay, am I ready? And EFT, we don't give so much emphasis because it's so simple. We feel that, oh, I should have something big and original and something intense to help people. No, we all did EFT, and what we did was we did made alphabets with our fingers. It helped, no? Yeah. So little things, simple things can help a lot of people. It's just a belief system that, oh, you have to bring out something complicated that masses can't understand and only you can understand. And that is when you are ready. We just don't, we think that, oh, I have to feel ready. I have to know 100 things. But over the time, upskilling happens. Yeah. And you'll feel way better when you'll like help people, and from your piece only you'll do more upskilling. You'll feel so resilient. So create that evidence for yourself. Start helping people. Maybe start helping your friends. With EFT, so we can do it with anybody. There's no code of conduct also that the person doesn't have to be related to you or anything. I do EFT with my whole family because that's the only thing that we can do. Aram se. Otherwise, like with my family, if I do counseling, they'll be like, shut up. Yeah. My mother would be like, you are my daughter, I'm the mother. Sit down. Yeah. So EFT is such a sweet thing that we can do with anybody. Yeah. So start doing, start helping people. Even if you start for free, look at your friends who are seeking something. Look at the models that you've learned in your training and start helping little things, little things. Create more evidence of how much of a difference can you make. And you'll never feel like you're not ready. You have already so much with you, each one of you. Does that answer your question, Safia?
I was saying that EFT part that is going to be helpful, but I was saying that I do conduct classes here. I live in Canada actually. I work 5 days a week at the hospital. Today I wasn't feeling well, so I took a sick day off actually. So I think seems good to good to hear from you and the other. And my thing is like I do conduct classes. People appreciate me. Even my doctors say you I haven't seen. I've been through different challenges, so they all appreciate what I do, but I feel like I am exhausted at the end. I don't appreciate myself. So how can I come out from there? Like even patients say, oh, you are such an angel. Like, when you treat others, I'm doing it well, but I see that I'm not treating myself. I get exhausted at the end. So how can I come out from there?
So then, in that, do EFT with yourself, even though I don't value myself, even though there is so much evidence around me, but I don't believe that. There's a part of me who refuses to believe that I have value. I still choose to love and accept that part of me. Yeah? Make your own script for yourself and do EFT for yourself because you truly are an angel. You're helping so many people. Yeah. And this comes from an inner child concept of maybe like there was a lot of distress around as a child. Yeah. And what happens is when adults have their differences of opinions or there is any kind of distress in the family, the child is the cute fellow. Okay. And the child will go, and even the angry father will start smiling. Yeah, the child will go and do something funny, and everybody will start smiling. So the child assumes the role of this tension diffuser. Wherever there's stress, let me diffuse. But we are just one person, no? Then our whole world becomes like that, and we just go and help, but never feel enough. So there can be an inner child who never feels enough. Yeah. Because being cute was not enough. Helping somebody was not enough. They were still fighting after some time. Yeah. Or mother was still angry. Mother was still disappointed. Yeah. So there are so many stories. Look at those stories. Try to reach out to that child in you who never felt good about herself or never wanted to prioritize herself. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying the question. Yeah. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate that.
Thank you very much, Safia, and thank you, Anshul, for a beautiful response. I think this has been a very important factor that is focusing on our inner child and just working on it to develop other all aspects of our life. So today we began our session with from being I can to I can, sorry, I can't to I can, and now we're concluding it with more clarity on the same aspect. Like we normally used to say that we need to go in depth for just one thing and just make it more clearer. So this is what just happened. We are here to learn and clarify, and we have got a better idea on it. Thank you so much, Anshul. And I think we've
Thank
got
you.
two more questions from the audience. I'll just read it out. Can we have those affirmations while we tap these points?
Yes, actually, it's a great idea because when I say affirmation, say something big. Okay, I want to buy a house this year. Everything you see, I'm a very materialistic person, no? But big things. Emotionally, I'm so sorted now that I can think only of challenges in terms of life goals and all of that. So I want to buy a house this year. I am having my own house. Something happens here when I say that. Yeah. So I'm saying my affirmation. Yeah. I have a house of my own. Oh, that feeling goes deeper into my stomach. Even though when I say I have a house of my own, there is distress in my body. A part of me fights that thought. I still choose to love and accept that part of me. Yeah. Breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth till the disturbance goes away. So, thank you for this question because affirmations are a great way to find that part of you that's not quite settling with the affirmation.
All right. Thank you very much, Anshul. The next question is, how long one should do this tapping in just one sitting?
I think there's no time, there's no, as such, there's no time stipulated for that. But because we are tapping on our body, you all have like an understanding of like the subjectivity of how much your body can handle. Yeah. So if it's hurting, because arms will also hurt, no, moving around so much. Yeah. So if you're tired, then you just like after tapping, just sit and breathe in and breathe out. That is also enough. I don't think like for more than 10-15 minutes, people can tap also. It will be like too much of external stimulation that we are giving to our body. Ultimately, compassion above everything. Yeah.
All right, thank you. And the next question is, if we have blocks from an early age, can all those blocks be healed with EFT if we do it for a long time?
I think yes. Not even, I would not say long time, because this, no, oh, amazing insight came in. I had a client who had a backache for like 15 years. Yeah. And we did everything in the sessions, everything. And then what happened was, mm, there was just this belief that because this ache has been there for like 15 years, it will take time to go. How can it go in like 5 sessions? Yeah. So no, you don't have to do things for tap on this, even though I believe I have to do things for a long time to heal things that have been there for a long time. I still choose to love and accept myself. If you do it regularly, some things will start shifting and there'll be contrary healing evidence in your life. You don't have to think that corrective action also has to be taken for a long time. Otherwise, everything will become so heavy and difficult, no? Yeah.
All right, thank you. I think we have yet another one from the audience who have raised their hands. Being me, you can actually proceed with your question. Hello, you there? Being me?
Such a nice name, no? Like nice handle, Zoom handle, being me.
Great. All right, then I'll just go ahead with yet another question that we have received. Are their formations and self-talk the same?
In a way, yes. We've just made an industry out of it by saying that something that you consciously say is an affirmation. Something you normally say, oh, I'm an idiot, is also an affirmation. It's a more effective affirmation because you're feeling it fully. But when you say that, oh, I am an icon, you're deliberately saying it, half of your body is not even believing it. Oh, I don't have enough. When you say with full force, full feeling. Actually, self talk is the real affirmation. So, what we have to do is we have to start saying our affirmations with that kind of conviction. The way we say, oh, I can't do anything new. Yeah, with that kind of affirmation. Oh, I'll be an icon. I am an icon. Like that. Yeah. So it is the same.
Very, very thoughtful. Thank you so much, Anshul. I think Myra Pervez Khalil is here to ask something. Hey, you may go ahead.
I just wanted to know the effectiveness of EFT. Does it help in sleeplessness, like insomnia, or is there anything else in EFT which will help to regulate sleep? Because of perimenopausal sleeplessness. Does EFT help in it? Tapping.
Thank you for the question. I think particularly for all conditions and phases that our body goes through, the world of medicine has evolved and there is research and there is cause and effect. Oh, this happens and then that happens. Yeah. And there are so many symptoms. And then now there's internet. What to do? So internet, the God gives us information, and then we start believing it. Yes, when this happens, this happens. But all our bodies are different. But at the same time, there is an importance of the faculty of medicine, because if something has changed in the body, that can only be assisted or comforted with a medical intervention, or with, say, a medicine. Then, with along with that, EFT enhances the process. Yeah, I would not say that, like, say, so this is a disclaimer, slightly digressing from the question. If somebody is having a heart attack, I'll not take their hand and start doing this. No, I'll rush to the hospital. Yeah, because that has its own space. Yeah, but at the same time, if it is not that urgent, if it is symptomatic, what is a symptom? When, say, a tumor happens, the doctor also says a cell in your body has grown. That is also a symptom only. Cell has grown. That's not a reason. Reason why has cell grown? Hello. The reason is the settled, deposited, stagnant emotional energy. If it stays in our body for a long time, then our body's composition changes, because the medium in which our body is existing is changing. So yes, sleep can be regulated for whatever reason it is happening. It can be regulated. Digestion can be regulated. All the bodily functions can be regulated. And so the simplest affirmation can be, even though my sleep is not regulated and I want to sleep well, a part of me believes that, oh, it is a symptom of the space in which I am. So a part of me has accepted the sleeplessness. I still choose to love and accept that part of me. Yeah. So simple script also with EFT. Even though I want to sleep, but I can't. I still choose to love and accept myself. Yeah. It regulates the body. It regulates the medium in which body exists, and a healthy body in whatever phase should sleep and rest well. At what time we have to prefer to do this? Whenever you're feeling an emotion, if it's possible. I'm so sorry I hijacked Sharon directly from the chat box and took the second question. So sorry.
Right, go ahead.
Yeah. So there is no time for like selected time for EFT. It's good that if you don't like, if it's an intense emotion, yeah, particularly when you're feeling an emotion, when you feel a feeling in your body, that's the best time to do EFT. But at the same time, if it is very intense, and say you have to drive, or you have to do something for which you have to stay awake, because healing happens, no, release happens from the body goes into this very comfortable, slightly sort of a rest like state. So if you have to do something for which you have to be aware, then I would not suggest. There are no side effects of EFT.
All right. Thank you so much, Anshul. We do have two, three questions more. I hope you do have time.
Yes, I do have time.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. So the next question is, won't increasing self-love lead to being selfish?
Increase it enough to be comfortable and be happy, and then you'll not feel the need to increase it more. Yeah? Because when you're comfortable and happy, then you'll not feel that, oh, there is a need of more self-love. If feeling the need of self-love, then maybe you don't love yourself enough. And we have to naturally, like how I said, no, we can't be children. We can keep the child in our, like, inside ourselves alive, but we can't be children because we have a social setting. If you're becoming selfish, your best friend or your partner will tell you, hey, you're becoming Too much self-love has happened. That is your check. Regulate self-love then. Okay, enough self-love. But what if your partner is not aware? So having trusted people who will only tell you that you've crossed the line when you've actually crossed the line. So it's very subjective. I don't think like this is you don't have to hold yourself back by the thought that you're selfish. When you become selfish, people will tell you you're becoming selfish. You don't have to not increase self love because of that fear. That the world will keep in check. I hope that answers the question.
All right. That was a question from the audience, and I hope that'll be clear for them. Okay. And we have one repeated question in which the question particularly mentions like, do we need to close our eyes while we are doing this tapping?
I think being awake, sitting upright, and with the eyes open is good because it stops you from regressing into that emotion. Yeah. When we close our eyes, and that is what we do in hypnosis. Yeah. That is what we do in when we want to feel the feeling fully for once and for all. Yeah. So when eyes are closed, because it's a self-help tool, because you are your own therapist when you're tapping. There's nobody around, yeah. It's a self-help exercise. So when eyes are closed, there's a risk of getting spiraling deeper into a difficult emotion. So I would suggest keeping eyes open. If there is a therapist or a practitioner who's leading the session, then you can keep close your eyes so that the therapist will also bring you out of the emotion.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I hope you do have no more questions ahead and everything is clear. And thank you so much, Anshul. Thank you very much. While we began the session, I just mentioned that we are about to reflect on inner child through the lens of consciousness. And here we are reflecting. I mean, we have taken a small step, a minute step on to that reflection. And thank you so much for giving us a beautiful task to work with so that we can take a headway even after the session is over. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for valuable time, and thank you so much for spending your more time even after the time is over. And our like I really would love to give a small token of love from our team. So I think this yeah, it's time to give away your certificate. And thank you so much for once again on behalf of my team and all the members over here. And guys, to everyone who have gathered over here, it's been a really immense pleasure to have your esteemed presence over here because this wouldn't have been this engaging and this provoking without each of your presence and your beautiful messages and comments that had come in between the sessions. So thank you so much, everyone. We do have Metanoia in the upcoming days, and it's just day 3. We are winding up. We do have 4 more days ahead, and I hope you will all be there to join us on the coming days also. Thank you so much, Anshul, and thank you so much, everyone who have joined us. Bye.
Thank you.